everybody. It's Octavia Klein. Thank you for checking in. If this is your first time, hello and welcome. And if you're an old friend, say hi in the chat. Anyways, say hi in the chat anyways. It has been an amazing summer. How was your summer? Let me know in the chat. I had a great one. I had got to be full-time mommy with my little one and do some fun things. And now I'm sort of back in business. If you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, some of you might be actually watching live from YouTube right now. So you probably have checked out my YouTube channel. But if you have not here on Facebook, my Facebook group, if you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, you should definitely check that out. I've got a lot of great videos in there and a lot of great stuff I've put out. So definitely check it out. And today I'm going to talk to you about manifesting money. So I myself personally have been a hardcore serial entrepreneur for so long. And I definitely have just like not gotten financially where I want to be. You know, I haven't saved for retirement. And I'm like, this year I am going to read every financial book there is out there that I feel like aligns with me, of course, and like get on top of it. Like I need to learn about the stuff and like really get into it. So the first book I picked, of course, because I'm woo-woo. And this book has a crazy title, all right? But I'm sure she's just doing it for marketing purposes, but this is Get Rich, Lucky Bitch. Okay. Don't pretend like you ain't never said it before. Okay. But this is her book. And I know it's the title is a bit much. But you know, it's basically about manifesting money. So right here, she says here, release your money blocks and live a first class life. Okay. So I really highly recommend getting this book. I got the book because I wanted to go back through and sort of like check things, but I actually listened to the book and I really like listening to it because I got on Audible. I really love her Australian accent. She's super bubbly. If you know anything about the DISC, she's definitely a high I. So she's super fun to listen to. And it's just kind of nice to kind of hear her humor and cadence and everything and just hear those things. So I definitely enjoyed listening to it. And as a mom, it's hard to read a book. Like it's hard to sit down and like read a book with all of the things that I have going on, but it's much easier to listen to a book while I'm doing other things, driving, cleaning, etc. So that's how I usually get my books read, is by listening to them. Although I do like to sit down with an old-fashioned book. But anyways, this is not about that. This is about the manifestation book. So I am going to share with you a couple of the like pointers from this, okay? So you have some little notes here. Hold on. So the basic 5 steps here. Number 1 is declutter everything in your life. So what does she mean by declutter? Like she literally means declutter your house. Like this is something that's going to help you manifest money. Decluttering your home, maybe doing a little feng shui, decluttering your clothes. She says declutter clothes that don't fit. I don't believe in this one because some people say this, declutter clothes that don't fit because they just make you feel bad about yourself, but you feel really good when you get back into them. So I don't know about that one, but I do believe in decluttering. I do know when my office space is clean, everything is organized, like things in my life just flow better. So that's one big thing, is decluttering. But the other part of decluttering is also, I feel like somebody's coming over here. The other part about decluttering is, what's the word? Is you want to remove your money blocks. So decluttering your money blocks. And this was a huge eye opener for me. So probably my biggest takeaway from this book was the money blocks that I have in my life. So money blocks that I've put on myself and money blocks that my family, my parents have put on me as well. So just kind of removing those things. So kind of going back through and thinking to myself, like maybe the money mistakes that I've made in my life, or some of the things that I felt bad about as a kid. I recently went on a really amazing vacation to a place called Monarch Beach Resort. It's a Waldorf Astoria resort. It's a 4-star resort. It used to be a 5-star. I found out it's now a 4-star. That's okay. Point is, it's nice, okay? Some nice people there, classy people, whatever, people, rich people. And one of the things after reading this book, I noticed that I didn't feel like I fit in. And this is something I didn't really notice before. I kind of was just kind of coasting in, but I think I've always felt that way. And it's not because I don't fit in there, because I do. I'm a classy lady and I got money to spend over there, but it's something that's been carried over from my childhood that I need to let go of. Some other money blocks that I have is being over generous. This is something that a lot of women do. We're very generous with our money. We will give people the shirt off our back, even though we actually need a shirt and we shouldn't be running around naked, right? Like you will literally give somebody all your stuff and leave nothing for you. And I have found that I do that a lot with my family. I will give them my entire paycheck, and then I have nothing in my savings or nothing to show for it, or no retirement, because I've been giving, 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 giving. So this is a huge thing for me as well. There's other things, like when we were younger and we didn't have a lot of money. There was a time period when we would literally go to the grocery store, and my mom we'd be standing at the checkout, and like all of us were holding our breath because we didn't know if her check was going to bounce or not. And more than likely it bounced. And those are the kind of things that you hold on to as you get older, and you need to let go of. You need to declutter those things out. And the way you can do this is by doing, now I'm going to get this wrong, but it's the Ho'opono. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. It's the Ho'opono. It's a Hawaiian forgiveness mantra. And it basically, you say this forgiveness mantra. I'm going to put it in the link below. And you can do this, like you can just basically write out a list of all the things, the money blocks that are in your life, right? And take a moment, think about that moment, think about that time. For me, it was when my mom was bouncing checks, right? And really get into that feeling of that. And then what you want to do is save this forgiveness mantra, which is, and I should have put it over here because I'm going to like fib on it right now, but it's basically, please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And something else. So I'm going to put it in the chat down there if I can think of it. So it, put it in the chat now. But basically you say this forgiveness mantra. And if you really want to do it, like take it to the next level, I got like a new little candle holder, a little tea light candle holder. You can light a tea light and let it burn out, and let it like completely burn out. Don't blow it out. Just let it completely burn out. I like to be very ritualistic about these things. So that's like the real Ho'opono way. But you can also just say the mantra and just say it over and over again each day. Take a few of these, past memories, these money blocks that you have. Say this mantra until it clears, until it just, you don't feel it anymore. So removing those money blocks is going to help move money to you, because a lot of it is just your own self-worth of feeling like, do you deserve this money? So let me go to the other thing. So that was the first thing, was decluttering. Also deciding exactly what you want. So a lot of times people they want more money in their life, but they aren't very clear on how much that amount is. Is it $1 million? Is it just $100? Is it just enough money to buy a new car? Like, is it just enough to be able to buy organic at the grocery store? Like, whatever it is for you, get really, really clear on that, and then write it down. One of the other things that Denise says in this book, but I thought was really, really interesting, is she says the difference between millionaires and billionaires is that millionaires write down their goals once a day, and billionaires write their goals down twice a day. So I was like, wow, that's a huge eye opener. So writing down every single day on pen and paper, writing down your goals, your money goals, your affirmations, listening to your affirmations, all of that, and getting really, really clear on what it is you want to attract into your life. Step 3 is to surround yourself with positivity. So, that might be positive people in your life. I feel like do you need something?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, you said there's something for UPS?
I'm on a live right now. So
you're live.
Yeah, I'm live.
I'll deal with it later.
Okay, great. Sorry. I was like, I could sense there was somebody out there. So anyways, so the next thing you want to do is decide surround yourself with positivity. So, everybody's heard this before. You become like the 5 people you hang around most. So if the 5 people you hang around most are depressed about their money, they're always complaining about their money, they are, they're just in a rut, that's who you're going to be like. And it's not that you have to like get rid of all your friends and family, but maybe start incorporating some other friends and family in with you. So, so some people that you are, people that you want to become like, people that you wish you could trade places with, that's the people that you want around you. And sometimes it's kind of hard to do that, especially like if you're in a town that there's not a lot of people like that, or maybe you're not comfortable just like going to the country club and saying, hey, rich chick, can we hang out? Because I want to be more like you. So maybe you surround yourself with more influencers of people that you want to trade places with, people like Denise Dunfield, people like, Gloria Mayville Banks, and you just stay in that space of them, so that you can get to your next level. The other thing is also just to be positive about your money. If you're always saying to yourself, I'm always broke, I never have enough money, that's what you're putting out into the universe. So you definitely want to change that mantra to, I attract money. Money's always flowing to me, and really, really change your language around money. The other step is to receive and to fine tune. Okay. So get some practical systems. So if you're an entrepreneur and you find that it's really hard for your customers to pay you, get some practical systems so that it's really easy for that money just to go right into your bank account. I found for myself personally as a photographer, I once a year, I feel like it's getting dark in here. Hang on a second. I gotta brighten things up a little bit. I feel like as a photographer, there's this one mom's group that I do family photos for every year. And we were basically doing it on a Google sheet. People were Venmoing me or Zelling me the money. And I was chasing people down. One lady decided to PayPal me and she PayPal'd me to some email that wasn't even mine. I'm like, why would you? That's not even my email. Who told you that was my email? So it took me like a month and a half to get that money from her. And it was really annoying for her and it was really annoying for me. So this time I set up a system. I have Calendly. People can sign up for their appointment on Calendly and they can pay through Stripe right there in the Calendly app. So it's a one-stop shop. The money goes in my account. They set up their appointment, and if they cancel it, it will come in. They have to redo it. So I just made it a lot easier. You also want to give yourself energetic permission to receive the money. So this kind of goes back to your money blocks and your resistance against money, and just really being mindful of that. And the other thing is it doesn't have to be perfect. That's what she says here. This is a lifelong process. Dust yourself off again and try again. It's worth it. You are worth it. So I found this book to be really, really helpful. I really love this. And I also I didn't just listen to it once, but I went back through and I studied it. I wrote things down and I got my candles. And every day in the morning, the first thing I do is light a candle and try to declutter some kind of past resistance to money that I've had. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, give me a thumbs up, say hello in the comments, and I will talk to you guys soon. Love you all.